We continue to get you the biggest voices on Republic TV, the newsmakers there in New York as well. Our editor Niranjan spoke to Hollywood filmmaker Ashok Amritraj as well. Now, Ashok Amritraj feels that India is on the way to becoming a global superpower under Prime Minister Modi's leadership and much more.
Well, the theme so far has been climate change. At least all of Monday we discussed climate change, and India put its case in front of the United Nations, making its intent clear. And we're getting you the widest range of voices. Today, Ashok Amritraj is joining us live. Ashok, thank you for joining us. Ashok is a Hollywood filmmaker now, and he's also an activist as far as climate change is concerned, very vocal about these issues. Ashok, the Prime Minister's statement today at the UN and India's statement of intent with taking small steps as far as climate change and saving the environment is concerned. Now, how are you looking at what the Prime Minister had to say at the United Nations Climate Summit this morning?
It was such a sort of historic moment, as President Trump called it. It was a profoundly, important event, historic event. And it was nice to hear about India being referred to as America's #1 trading partner. Prime Minister Modi is such a sort of extraordinary presence that, I think Indian Americans around the country are extremely proud at this moment. And the idea that he was there in the room, 50,000 people with the American president, and was quite electrifying. I think the mood in the auditorium. So it was an extraordinary event in Houston, and then of course on to climate change at the United Nations, where it was great to hear that the time for talk is over and the time for action is now. Which is wonderful, way to look at things. I think, and the idea that it's a comprehensive approach, that it's education, that it's need, not greed, and all of the things that India is doing to combat climate change, and what Prime Minister Modi is doing to make India into a global power is, I think, quite extraordinary and makes me very proud.
Do you think these steps are enough? Do you think India is making the right noises as far as climate change is concerned? Because the Prime Minister is taking proactive steps. He's been speaking about this after one event after the other, and he's stressed on the getting rid of single-use plastics to start off with, which is also resonating here at the UN. These may be small steps, but certainly effective in the larger scheme of things.
I go back and forth to India a lot, and it has been my pleasure over the last 35 years to have, built bridges between India and Hollywood, and now to see Prime Minister Modi at the UN, saying the things he's saying in his charismatic way, and doing the things that he's doing, and putting India in the forefront of everybody's mind. It is just an extraordinary thing to watch, and as he talks about climate control, and he talks about data being the new gold, and driving India to a $5 trillion economy, I just think the messaging and the way he sends that message is very powerful, and really does a lot for the image of India around the world, and I think everybody in America and in the West are sitting up and taking notice.
Ashok Amritraj, pleasure speaking to you. Thank you for speaking to Republic TV this morning, and we hope to also get you, live with us in the course of this broadcast, and also in the course of the Prime Minister's visit to New York. It goes all the way up to the 27th when he speaks at the UN General Assembly. I look forward to speaking to you again. Ashok Amritraj, thank you once again.
Thank you, Ankit.